Welcome back to Superior Sunrise. With me now from Livestock Risk Services, Dakota Moss. Dakota, thanks for joining us here this morning. Had you on last year, so let's talk again about what Livestock Risk Services is, where you guys operate, and kind of who's on your team.
Yeah, so Livestock Risk Services, we are a LRP agency, livestock agency. We specialize in livestock risk protection, and we call Oklahoma City home here in the Oklahoma National Stockyards. We have about 13 agents scattered across Oklahoma and Arkansas, and we operate across the entire continental U.S. I mean, it's easier to tell you where we don't do business, which is Far East, New England states. You get northeast of Pennsylvania, Maryland. We don't do any business up there, which is mainly mountains and orchards and not much cattle up there. And then Alaska and Hawaii, we're not licensed there, but you go across the rest of the country, that's where we do business. And even just yesterday, we put cattle on for people in South Dakota, Virginia, here in Oklahoma. And so we operate nationwide. And as we continue to expand our business and reach more customers, we're looking to bring on more reps that are very good at working with cattlemen, and just brought in a new rep down in Florida out of Okeechobee, a young man named Byron Bird, and his family's operated out of the Okeechobee sale barns, order buyers for many, many years, and very excited to have him on board.
Well, as we look forward to this new year, what do producers need to have in mind, not just for this year, but kind of extending into this next year as well?
I mean, the main thing producers really need to focus on, especially cow-calf producers, is looking ahead at when they're going to market the 2025 calf crop, even going into 2026. Because, I mean, we can look back and, 2 years ago, we were selling feeder cattle in the 180s, a year ago in the 230s this time of year. And now we're in the 270s. We're at astronomical historical high prices. And, August 2025 feeder contract hit 270 yesterday. So there's an opportunity right now for a producer to utilize LRP to lock in a price on next year's calf crop using the unborn contract. If those, spring calving going to sell this coming fall, those calves don't have to be on the ground yet, but they can use LRP to go ahead and put a floor under those calves for when they plan to sell them. So it's an incredible tool to go ahead and lock in those historic high prices.
Well, I think one thing that's wonderful about LRP, it's very customizable to whatever that producer's needs are.
It really is. I mean, yesterday I locked in 2 head for one producer, and then we had one producer lock in 460 head. I mean, any size operator can use it, and that's why it is especially valuable for the cow-calf operator. Because, here in Oklahoma, the average cow-calf operation is 50 head, and you have your more full-time operators that run, 500, 1,000 head. And looking at the LRP as a whole, I mean, I think the cow-calf producers are the number one group that do not use it yet. And so we're trying to work as hard as we can to get the message out there, get information out there to them, because, the cow-calf producer, they're the base of the cattle industry, and we've got to keep them in business.
Absolutely. Well, producers seen this interview now. Now they're wanting to sign up with Livestock Risk Services. How does a producer or a business go about getting with you guys signed up as a new business or getting transferred over?
So the first thing they can do, they can visit our website. We have tried to make it as simple as possible to do business with us. They can look at LRP prices on our website. They can even fill out an application on our website. Or they can go to our contact page and find an agent near them, contact the office, and do it that way. And, over the past couple of years, we've gotten a lot of phone calls from guys who, signed up with their local insurance agent, but that's their local insurance agent doesn't do anything with cattle, just doesn't understand the cattle business. So if a producer is wanting to transfer their policy, they have a small window to do that from basically May 1st to June 30th, because July 1st is the start of the 2026 livestock year. So if they want to move to an agent that has very well versed and specializes in LRP, they've got to get that done before July 1st of this year.
A lot of important dates there to look out. So remind us one more time what website they can go to grab all this information from.
They can go to livestockriskservices.com, and if they're in Oklahoma or Texas and they want to get one of us out of the office and come see them, we'll be happy to get on the road and come see them also.
Very well. Always a pleasure visiting with you. Thank you so much for being here this morning. Don't go anywhere. We have got more Superior Sunrise up next.
Thank you.